Hi, I'm Pauline and welcome to my community map. So I have chosen to focus on the area of Knightswood. That is because I work and live in Knightswood. So to start with, I drew a mind map to give myself some planning of what I was going to do, people I was going to talk to, different things I was going to look at, all the assets, how they're being used, who's using these assets, and some key contacts and social networks. So these included some residents, MSPs, services and organisations. Here's a map of Knightswood. So as you can see, Knightswood is a large area. It is split into High Knightswood and Low Knightswood, and it's surrounded by Drumchapel to the west and Annie's Land to the east. And then we also have down to the south, which is not on the map actually, it's Jordan Hill, which is quite an affluent area, and Westerton in the north, which is part of Bearsdale. So I've added in some pictures of Knightswood in the past. So Knightswood was originally called New Kilpatrick, which is a new a rural area owned by Summerlee Iron Company. When it was built, it was the largest interwar housing scheme in Glasgow at the time. So that was before the likes of Easter House came along, which was then larger, but at the time this was a massive, massive area of housing that was built. Between 1996 and 2012, population in Knightswood grew by 5%. The current population is 17,525. This was taken from the Census 2011. Unfortunately, that was the most up-to-date information that I could get. I could not find anything for the 2021 census. So I'm basing my map on that at the moment. There's a high percentage of young people not in education, employment or training. This comes from the Glasgow Indicators Project. And there's a growing and diverse population, which I have noticed with the people I spoke to. I've spoke to a lot of younger people and older people, and it's very, very diverse, the people that are in the area. Local amenities. So Knightswood has quite a few things going on in it. One of the things being in this picture, this is the BMX track, which it holds the British Championship BMX, which is large, it's great for the area. Just down the road from this we have Knightswood Shopping Centre, which I will talk about further on. We have 2 bowling clubs, Netherton football pitches, which unfortunately is a waste of space because it's used now for dog walking, which is a shame. There's chemists, there's surgeries, credit union. What's a great asset actually for the community is the Lincoln Inn. They have on a Monday Lincoln Lovelies, which is a massive, I think they went from 10 participants right through, I think they've got 55 just now, every Monday, and it's for older people who are isolated in the community, to get them out and give them lunch for free, go on trips. They do so many things, so they're an absolute great thing within the community. So Knightswood Shopping Centre, I've added this in to talk a little bit about because, as you can see by the pictures, it's a very, very small shopping centre, but we've got Betfred here, Ladbrokes here, and then William Hill here. So that is 3 bookies that are all in a tiny area surrounded by what you can see in the background, a lot of high flats. There's a lot of deprivation in Knightswood. There's a lot of people living in poverty in Knightswood, and this is the kind of thing that seems to be rife at the moment, as places, betting shops. I think you can't even see it in the picture actually, but there is 2 pawn shops down there as well. So, yeah. Knightswood has got 2 community centres in it. We've got Netherton Community Centre and we've got Knightswood Community Centre, both which do a large amount of things for the community. They're separated by Great Western Road, the 2 areas, so there's one that does both High Knightswood and Low Knightswood. The issue is with these is they don't advertise them anywhere unless you are actively in the community centre. You'd never see anything advertised. So to be able to access these programmes or clubs, activities that they do, you've got to physically go into the community centres. Youth groups, in the picture is the Hut, that's located in High Knightswood, which is for young people aged 5 to 25. They've also got Links, which is at Lincoln Avenue. They've got a Scout Hall, Guide, and they've got Army Cadets as well. So they've got quite a few things going on as well. Youth groups again within churches. That's quite, I think there's 4 within the area. Churches that actually run, whether it be Messy Church or faith-based youth groups. Yeah, churches, there are many churches in Knightswood who are very active. They've got coffee mornings, which I actually attended to speak to people. They've got jumble sales, they've got addiction services within them as well, so AA meetings and things like that within it, so they do a lot of different things for the community. Green spaces, so Knightswood Park is a massive green space. We've got lots of areas that are great for walking, for getting outdoors, enjoying the scenery. We've got the High Park and High Knightswood. This also has a play park within it as well for the kids, which is great. Yeah, so as you can see, we've got the pond and things, so it's a nice little area. So the housing, there's a shortage of affordable housing. 25% is made up of social housing. Some of the highest social housing rents in Glasgow, which I can vouch for, as on my street there was a house same size as the one I live in, and it cost £1,000 more because it's private let than what I pay in the housing association, exactly like for like house. So yeah, that's massive. Average house price is £178,000, and most of the housing in the area is made up of masonettes, high-rise flats and semi-detached houses. There's not many bungalows and things like that. There are, however, lots of old, what you may call a mansion roundabout, which were built a long time ago. So there's a very mix of people and different lifestyles of folk that live in the area. It's not just all the one. So we've got Knightswood Primary School, St Ninian's Primary School, Bankhead Primary School, and in the picture Knightswood Secondary. That incorporates the Dance School of Scotland, which is people come from all over Scotland to try and get into this school. So it is very, very well sought after. They've also won awards and things like that recently. So yeah, they're doing okay. Transport, Western Scots and Hill train stations, and then there's lots of bus routes, so you can go from here to East Kilbride, into town. The only thing, there's not very many routes that go west of here. A lot of them just seem to go town or further out. Yep, so Knightswood's in a Cindy area of the city, surrounded by affluent areas, Bearsden, Jordan Hill. You've got the High School of Glasgow straight across the road from Knightswood Secondary, and you've also got Jordan Hill High School across the road, so yeah, we're surrounded by lots of affluent areas. But it is a well sought after area, people enjoy living here from what I've spoke to. The overall thought is it's a good area to live in. Yeah, so I spoke to people from age 11 up to 80. This has been very diverse and cultural. So I've attended coffee mornings, I've attended a Kurdish women's group. I work within the school, so I've managed to actually get kids to speak to me within the school, from S1 right through to S6, which has been great for some feedback of how they feel, what the area needs and stuff. So yeah, it was interesting speaking to everyone and their thoughts. And now I'm just going to show you quickly my survey that I undertook. So it's based on 25 replies from people, and it was done through SurveyMonkey on Facebook, which was great because I got quite a lot of feedback from people. So yeah, the local organisations in Knightswood was neutral, so people, yep, were happy enough with that. Support for housing, average. So the housing again seems to be one of the issues, one of the main issues that came out of this map. Quality of schooling, average, again, the school is at absolute capacity. The high school is at capacity, so there's a lot of kids who aren't getting to reach their full potential because of that. Local services, adult again, poverty and Knightswood, no. Again, this is something that needs work because there are organisations, but due to funding, they're not able to do as much as what they would like to be able to do. Public transport links satisfied, as I said, there's lots of transport links. Public transport easy enough for people, they can find their way no problem, that's not an issue. There is a community pantry in the area, but as you can see by the people who have replied to this, it's a no, but from experience of actually being in the pantry and mingling, it's very, very well used. How would you rate the employment opportunities? This was the main thing that came out of my map, was there are so many young people out of education or work and this is something that really is tackled within the area. And overall, the services provided in Knightswood neutral. So yeah, people, you know, they're okay with what, there is a lot of options, but again, you've got to go and find them. So Knightswood has many organisations that are very active in supporting the community. There's a massive lack of employment opportunities. I think this is also due to the fact that there's no job centre. The nearest job centre is either Clydebank or Partick, which is just no use. There's so many houses and not enough work for everyone that's here. Rent's expensive and social housing is very limited. Residents feel that there are more crimes being committed. This is from my feedback from people that I've had just by speaking to them. There's a lot of rubbish and an influx of rats which are concerning residents as well, and the majority of residents agree that Knightswood is a good area to live. And there's my references. Thank you.